Hi, this video is created to walk you through the steps of requesting the UH Laulima support team to group your multiple course sites in Laulima into one group site. So the need for this is often if you're teaching an online course, you've been given three separate CRNs, two or three separate CRNs, depending on where your students are located in East Hawaii, West Hawaii, or neighbor islands. And for management purposes, you can request Laulima support to combine those three groups or those three course sites into one, so you have just one group of students that you're working with through the semester, despite which CRN they registered for. So to do this, you do need to get to Laulima first of all, and our reminders as always, please make sure to use that make sure you're using Mozilla Firefox. It is the recommended browser when you're using and viewing Laulima. And second, we request that you log into Laulima directly, and that's either by typing the URL into the address bar at the top, which is simply laulima.hawaii.edu, or by going to the Hawaii CC homepage and clicking on the link at the top for Laulima. We do not recommend that you go to the link for MyUH and then log into MyUH and then access Laulima. It does create more traffic on the MyUH side, and sometimes MyUH isn't even available depending on if it's a high traffic time for registration or anything like that. And then lastly, because sometimes we're not sure if it is because it's a second gateway that you have to get to or go through to get into Laulima. We're not sure if that adds to any issues or slowdowns in Laulima itself. So today I'm just going to click on the link at the top of the Hawaii CC homepage to get to Laulima. Now, before we get to the request part, there is a little bit of prep work you need to do. You need to get the course information for the two or three course sites that you want grouped. So if you don't have that, and that's basically what's at the top of what's written on the tabs currently, go ahead and log into your Laulima, and it'll be what you see here in the tabs, or if you don't have it in your tabs, in your My Active sites. Generally, before you group them, it'll look something like this, where you'll have your course alpha and number, and then in brackets your campus, the CRN, and the semester code, and you'll probably have two or three with just slightly different CRN numbers. Or if it's a cross-listed class with two different subjects, like some, I know AJ courses are cross-listed as sociology courses, I believe. Just make sure you grab the correct information. Okay, so write that down somewhere, and once you have that, you can either go down to the bottom of the page and go to request account. That's one of the 5 links at the bottom. Or if you already have that done, you don't even need to log in. So if I log out of Laulima and go back to the sign in page, on the left side here, you can go to request account here. So it's here and at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to click on request account, and it's going to tell you that you need to log in again. Okay, so I'm going to click on login and log in again here. Once you successfully log in, you'll have the request page or the request form. Okay, so first of all, it's asking you what are you requesting. Okay, and today we're going to be picking the grouping or cross-listing of Laulima courses. Okay, pick your campus affiliation, so I'm putting Hawaii, and then in this first box you're going to enter in the course information for the sites that you want combined. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in, and I just list them like this. And remember, usually they're all the same, just the CRNs are a little bit different. Or if it's a cross-listed course across subjects, just make sure you have the correct information, the correct sections, and the correct subjects that you want combined. In this bottom box, okay, so now we're asking them to combine tabs into one, and by default they'll all be empty. Okay, so if you've already started doing work in any one of those sites, you posted your syllabus, you've created modules, and you don't want all that to be wiped out, you need to tell them, let them know that, hey, I started work in one of them, I want it to be considered like the master copy, and all that, whatever work's been done in that one site will be pulled over into that group site. So I'm going to say, I worked in this one, please use that as the master. Unfortunately, if you've done work in more than one, you can only pick one to be the master, so pick the one that you've done the most work in for this. If you haven't started any work yet and they're all blank, you can leave this blank as well. Okay, they'll all be merged together and it'll be blank. When you're done, click on the request button. It'll submit the request form to the UH Laulima support team based on Oahu at UH Manoa. They will get back to you via your hawaii.edu email if they have questions, if they need more information, or they'll also let you know when they have finished the work in combining the tabs and you have your group site ready. Okay, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and this is how you would go ahead and request for a grouping of your course sites. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at the Instructional Technology Support Office, or ITSO. Our phone number is 934-2647, or you can email us at hawitso@hawaii.edu. Thanks for tuning in.